Harry Styles, if you're watching, it ain't cool to drive without headlights. I can just imagine him, you know, he's got one hand on the wheel, the headlights are off, he's looking at Taylor Swift, he's like, oh my god, how did I ever get someone as beautiful as you in my car? Stop crying, Taylor. It's a sign of the times. We've got to get away from here. We've sorted it out. Let's go. I can't believe I have to keep saying the words MILF Harry Styles. Hi, welcome back to my channel, Weird Reads with Emily Louise. I am Emily Louise. I talk about weird things and occasionally I will talk about books. I cannot believe that there's over 500 of you that have subscribed to whatever the hell this channel is. I started this channel thinking I would be really happy if just like 50 people started watching my videos and enjoyed them. So thank you so much for subscribing to this channel. So the next video that I've got coming up on this channel is going to be about the Love Has Won cult. It is insane. Then after that, we're going to be looking at Missing 411, feral people in national parks in America and Bigfoot. We're going to be revisiting the garden in Tennessee. We're going to be diving down bottomless holes in Ellensburg, Washington. And we're going to be tackling one of the age-old questions, are we alone in the universe? So if you like the idea of where this channel is headed, please subscribe, hit the notification bell. So without further ado, Weird Wednesday, episode 3, let's get into it because this one is ridiculous. We're going to be talking about whether Harry Styles and Taylor Swift committed vehicular manslaughter, a theory that's been floating around on TikTok, Tumblr and Spotify, and I'm going to break it down for you. So again, like in my Stephen King video, I want to say I am not really a Harry Styles fan or a Taylor Swift fan. I like the song Watermelon Sugar and I liked Harry Styles' Grammy performance, but like I think everybody did. And the same goes for Taylor Swift. I think she's got some good songs, but I wouldn't class myself as a fan. So again, that is to say I don't have skin in the game. I don't have a horse in the race. I'm not going to be biased. Let's look at the facts. This theory originated on Tumblr from somebody with the username MILF Harry Styles. So it began to gain traction in 2019 and a lot of people were making fun of it. This is like an interesting, funny little conspiracy theory that's floating around on Tumblr. And as of right now, I don't think that anybody actually believes this theory. I don't even think that MILF Harry Styles believes it. Although MILF Harry Styles may believe it. I don't know. If you're MILF Harry Styles, get in contact with me. Leave a comment. Tell the world. Do you believe in this monster that you have created? So the theory is this. Back in the year 2012, Harry Styles and Taylor Swift were dating. And in 2012, Harry Styles had a very strange and mysterious snowmobile accident. Now, allegedly, Taylor Swift sings about this snowmobile accident in some of the songs of her album 1989. But according to MILF Harry Styles and others on the internet, the snowmobile accident is no more than an elaborate cover-up for what really happened. A crime which would have huge ramifications if the public were to ever find out about it. Something truly career-ending for the both of them. And that theory is that Harry Styles and Taylor Swift committed vehicular manslaughter, covered it up, and got away with it. And now both of them are struggling under a mountain of guilt that they sing about in their songs. Now I know what you're thinking, Emily, this sounds mental. Why are you even making a video about this? And while a few days ago, I might have been inclined to agree with you, after looking into the evidence in this theory, I don't know what to believe. Some of the evidence that I'm about to lay out for you is truly compelling. We are talking about secret messages that are buried inside songs. Songs that we've all been singing along to, and little did we know, we're actually singing about vehicular manslaughter. So let's get into the timeline. Now we're going to start off with the first song, which is Welcome to New York by Taylor Swift. It all starts off lovely. Harry Styles and Taylor Swift have just met. They're having a whirlwind romance. They're going for a little casual walk through Central Park. They're getting papped by the paparazzi. But everything seems good. They're having a nice time. But then things start to get a little bit darker. The next song in the timeline is Style by Taylor Swift. This song is widely known to be about Harry Styles, and this is probably the most important song in the conspiracy. To start off with, Taylor sings, "Midnight, you come to pick me up with no headlights. Long drive could end in burning flames or paradise." Straight up, she's saying that Harry Styles is not a very good driver. She's saying that he's driving without headlights, which kind of paints a picture of somebody that's deeply irresponsible. Harry Styles, if you're watching, it ain't cool to drive without headlights, as you probably already know because of what happens next. She also says in the song that he can't keep his wild eyes on the road. Harry Styles is clearly a distracted driver. I can just imagine him, you know, he's got one hand on the wheel, the headlights are off, he's looking at Taylor Swift, he's like, oh my god, how did I ever get someone as beautiful as you in my car? And then bam, the unspeakable happens. While she doesn't explicitly say in the song that they hit somebody, it is widely believed that this song is alluding to a car accident that Harry Styles and Taylor Swift were in because Harry Styles could not keep his damn eyes on the road. We don't actually have any physical evidence to back up this theory, and I would like to say that everything is alleged. Now, the last line in this song is Taylor Swift saying, "Just take me home." And a lot of people think that this is her going like, oh my god, Harry, we've killed somebody, you need to take me home, we're gonna get busted. Obviously, according to this timeline, they don't want to call the police, they don't want to arouse suspicion, so they're just gonna flee off into the night. If you're not already convinced at this point, and I cannot see why you wouldn't be convinced, then the next song might do it for you. It's I Know Places by Taylor Swift. I Know Places deals with the aftermath of what happened in Style. Taylor Swift sings that something happens when everybody finds out, and that she knows places where they won't be found. But according to MILF Harry Styles, this is Taylor Swift singing about how they've done something together that they don't want anybody to know about. And when Taylor Swift sings about places where we won't be found, she's basically saying, I know where to hide the body. Nobody's gonna find it. I've got the perfect spot. I've got it all scoped out. Let's go. Which I'm wondering how that fits in, because at the end of Style, she's saying, please take me home. But in the next song, she's saying, we've got to bury the body. I'm just wondering. So according to MILF Harry Styles, Taylor Swift knows the spot. They go and bury the body, and that's it. They're brushing their hands of it. They're done. Just stop your crying. It's a sign of the time. The next song in the timeline is Sign of the Times by Harry Styles. This song is supposed to be Harry Styles' point of view of what happened. Some of the lyrics include, just stop your crying, it's a sign of the times, which some people think is him talking directly to Taylor Swift, saying like, stop crying, Taylor, we need to think about this, it's a sign of the times, these things happen, we've got to get away from here, we've sorted it out, let's go. I can't think of any other reason why he would say we've got to get away from here. They clearly don't want to stick around. And they didn't stick around, which the next song makes perfectly clear. The next song is Out of the Woods by Taylor Swift. This song is about her reflecting on the alleged accident. She's saying, are we out of the woods yet? Are we in the clear yet? Which people like MILF Harry Styles think is alluding to, are we in the clear from this crime? Are we going to get busted? Have we actually covered it up properly? But there is more, because there's a very important lyric in this song. Taylor Swift sings, remember when you hit the brakes too soon, 20 stitches in a hospital room, which a lot of people think is referring to the alleged car accident. But my point to that is, he clearly didn't hit the brakes too soon if he hit somebody. If anything, he hit the brakes too late. Makes you wonder really, doesn't it? Maybe they're deliberately alluding to the snowmobile accident as a cover-up for the alleged car accident. You just don't know with these people. There's another line in this song that says, remember when we couldn't take the heat, which people think is referring to the theory that they couldn't own up to the crime and they just had to cover it up. Next up on the timeline is Shake It Off by Taylor Swift. Now, a lot of people think that this song is kind of Taylor going, all right, I'm over this now, I'm done with it, I'm shaking it off. According to them, she's no longer going to live with the guilt of whatever happened. She's done with it, she's moving on, she's writing this album, which she knows is going to be a hit. She's feeling good, she's vibing. The next song is Ever Since New York by Harry Styles. Now, people like MILF Harry Styles, I can't believe I have to keep saying the words MILF Harry Styles. And I can't believe I'm saying it with a straight face. People like MILF Harry Styles think that this song is Harry Styles' way of telling the world that he never really got over it like Taylor Swift did. He's still stuck in this world where he keeps thinking about this alleged accident. And people point to lyrics such as, you don't know nothing, just pretend you do. I've been praying I never did before. And I've been praying ever since New York. Now, if we go back to the first song, Welcome to New York, this is where everything kind of plays out, and New York is the setting for this story. So essentially in this song, people think that Harry Styles is saying, I haven't been the same person since New York, I can't get over this, I keep praying, I've been praying since that fateful night in New York. While Taylor Swift has shook it off, Harry Styles is kneeling on the floor by his bed every night going, please God forgive me for what I have done. The second to last song on the timeline of this theory is Two Ghosts by Harry Styles, with lyrics such as, we're not who we used to be, and we're just two ghosts standing in the place of you and me. People think that this is more of Harry Styles kind of like reflecting and feeling some real guilt for what happened. They think that he's saying that him and Taylor Swift have never been the same since this alleged crime occurred. And I mean, you wouldn't be the same after something like that. If this happened, which I'm not saying it did, but if it did, it's a life-changing moment for both people involved. So you wouldn't be surprised if the people that were involved were musicians and they started to sing things like, we're just not the same anymore, we're two ghosts, we don't even have heartbeats anymore, we are just empty vessels ever since this horrible alleged crime occurred. I feel for him, I really do, I really feel for him, it must be awful. And we're on to the last song in the conspiracy, which is Clean by Taylor Swift. And this is where Taylor Swift is allegedly talking about hiding the body, covering up the crime, with lyrics such as, you're still all over me like a wine-stained dress, and by morning, gone was any trace of you, I think I'm finally clean. People believe that she's alluding to the fact that the body was disposed and now she finally feels clean. She's like, it's done, over it, power ahead, let's go. You know, what these people are saying is that Taylor Swift has moved on pretty damn quick and Harry Styles is still feeling really bad. And Harry Styles may be feeling really bad because he was the one that was driving with no bloody headlights, with his eyes going wild all over the road. I'm not surprised he allegedly feels guilty. My final thought on this is that it is absolutely hysterical. This clearly did not happen. I do not believe it, but I think it's hilarious. I love that there's like Tumblr posts and all of these TikToks that I've seen where people are talking about it, and I don't think anybody actually believes it. If you do believe this, then get in contact with me. I'd love to hear your thought process. Now, I'm not saying it's definitely not true because you never know with these kind of things. So I always want to stay quite balanced on this channel. But when you think about it, you never really know. Is it beyond the realms of possibility? Absolutely not. Is it probably not true? Yes. For all the Harry Styles and Taylor Swift stans, please don't come for me. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Harry, if you're watching, please turn on your goddamn headlights and keep your eyes on the damn road. Thanks for watching the video. If you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. There's more videos coming like this. Things that I think are funny, things that I think are weird, things that I think are interesting. If you've got a story that you think I should be covering on Weird Wednesday, please leave it in the comments down below. I'm always looking for inspiration. I'm always interested in like TikTok viral stories, weird internet mysteries, all that kind of stuff. If there's something that you think I need to make a video about, please let me know. And until next time, turn on your headlights, keep your eyes on the road, and please God, drive safe. Thanks for watching. Bye.
If you believe the Taylor Swift vehicular manslaughter theory, you need to see this scene from the Mindy Project.
That's great. This is Priscilla Lane, the top PR consultant in the city. She knows what she's talking about. She handled Taylor Swift's hit and run.
What? I didn't know that Taylor Swift had...
That episode aired November of 2013, after Taylor dated Harry Styles. What does Mindy Kaling know? And how?